Only if you could figure out a way to include our audio as well.
I can.
So that
Well,
way you don't look like a bamboo.
It is. It is. That's the whole problem. So we need to be very polite and talk really, really positive and be very forward thinking.
You see, I've got
Yeah,
this
precisely.
I've got this great thing called Discord Overlay Host. It allows me to show who's chatting on Discord, and it will show up
Neat.
as we go.
So,
yeah.
are we? What text are that? Is that from? What channel is that from? We're looking at.
The question is, where the heck is it showing up? Because it's supposed to show up.
Is that the lounge, or is that the gate, or?
No, it shows who's talking. That's what the Discord Overlay Host is supposed to do. I just gotta hook it. It's not grabbing.
Gonna hook it? Oh my god! I thought we were gonna grab it. Gonna grab that sweet ass in yours, you know, and then we're gonna smack it, you know, like they really want it, you know, like, oh yeah, baby, you're gonna like it tonight. It's going all Western here, you know, like Riha. But that's not what we're talking about.
That's not showing up for some reason today.
Alright. No more weed for you, buddy.
Hey, I'm in a positive mood, okay?
Yeah. Don't stop me now. I'm having a good time, having a good time, having a good time.
I'm trying to be very, very, you know, how to call it? No mind.
Positive thinking.
Nope. And that's Picardo, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah, there we have him. It looks quite good. But why is it buffering? Now I can see it again now. It's working now.
That's good. I'm glad that it's working.
Yeah.
The ambient occlusion is.
I'm just not logged in.
That's terrible.
Why?
I'll ban you for being not logged in.
Hey, aren't you using Watch Me Work also? Because we actually started using that ourselves at one time.
Watch Me Work? I don't understand.
The website is called watchmework.com.
Oh yeah. I am not using that, but maybe I should look at that as a platform that I could use on Restream.
Actually, I have to say we have been using it a lot, and when we had it up and running, and it's really good. They have a Discord section, and people are very helpful and supportive.
I don't want helpful and supportive people in my stream.
But why?
Too much positivity. I need to be focused and angry. Figure out where I'm taking this from now, actually.
It's just too dang tense. Wonder what's that freaking node called that makes every black gray?
The grayscale node?
So what are you building here this time? What is it with this character?
This is a mech.
Wait a second. Did you post a new thing?
No, I'm live streaming now. Okay. Here, I will go into Inner Art and refresh my link in Inner Art.
No, I'll do it for you.
Oh wait, it's still there.
Yeah, it is. You're the only one.
Where?
Inter Art.
The Inter Art section here on Discord.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
You're not seeing my stream on Inter Art?
No, I'm not seeing the tab for Inter Art.
It's under events. Events, Inter Art. He's typing right now.
The magic of live streaming. I'm typing.
What category are you under at? What category are you under in? What's it called? In Twitch?
I'm under creative.
Okay.
I think I'm under sculpture and art station. Yawn.
So you don't mind if we share your stream?
Nope. If you're too obnoxious, I just boot you. It'll be fine. I think I'm at the point where I'm done resculpting this head, though.
God, are those your UVs?
My what now?
Oh, I think you just the helmet went all red there. Is that all your UVs, or is that a texture?
Those are polygons. We use them when we make things in 3D. And
Right.
this is sculpted
Right.
using ZBrush's
I
new
see
sculpture mode, which is Sculptors Pro, which allows
So
me
why
to...
can't you? I can't see you online on Twitch.
Can't see me
He's
online
not
on Twitch. I am on Twitch.
What's the name there?
TV.
Yeah, but is that Twitch
Larvantholos
lore?
Designs is where I'm on Twitch. Here, I'll grab my page. One moment.
That's why.
Ta-da!
Da.
That's why I couldn't find you.
I do exist.
Okay, I can hear me. Cool. Send me a link to that shit. I want to know how to do that.
I've posted
He
several
just
links
did.
now. Alright, I'm gonna...
How did you even include the audio from Discord?
I used a
I know you said
Discord. I used a Discord magic to do that.
Where the hell do you get that?
I used a plugin for OBS that captures Discord's audio overlay.
Yeah.
I found it by Googling Discord and OBS.
Alright.
I'm gonna start separating this helmet out and making
Why?
it into hard surface pieces.
No. It's a good helmet. It looks really alien-like right now. It's really good.
Is that deleting
It's fine.
it?
I'm making it into better hard surface pieces. That's how we work. Right now it's just sculpted. Thank you for the follow, Vivinox Studio.
Yeah.
That's you.
That's the company, yeah.
Oh. See, I'm using I was using OBS itself, but Streamlabs created a version of OBS that integrates fully into Twitch and Picardo, and it shows me immediately who's followed me on there now. I can just like see it and glance up at it. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, what I'm doing is I'm just turning this singular sculpt of a helmet into real geometry pieces. That's what I'm doing now. And it's easier to go about it this way than other maybe more traditional ways that people like to do it, because I am awesome that way. I'm gonna get rid of this lip too. Sort of add volume to make that happen anyway. Delete hidden. I'm gonna run a quick polish. And presto, bad geometry. Oh, thank you for the follow, Quantum.
Yeah, no problem. I like to keep things simple.
Yeah,
Quantum
me too.
here, quantum there.
We're gonna z-remesh this to get actually pretty good topology from this. I mean, there's a couple spots here I'm gonna have to edit.
Oh, hey, that's nice geometry.
It's not bad, eh? The thing about z-remesher is people are trying to use it for like full characters and things. It doesn't work very good for that, but for like hard surface stuff like this, it works surpassingly well if you know the tricks. So I know I've got like a bad area right here. I'll be able to fix that by just thinking through how to fix it a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just think.
Ironically, if I found somebody who would have been able to make characters for me way back when, I probably would have never gotten into 3D as much.
Thank you for the follow, Miss Guinea.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I did it 2
Did you
times.
just follow him twice?
Yeah, I was asked by
You're
my
on his
boss.
cock hard now, huh?
No, I was asked by my boss because he likes watching things like that. So he was just like, "Hey, look at this."
I'm gonna stitch these to midpoint and see how that works out.
I need to stand. Legs are saying, "Stand! Falling asleep."
That worked out okay. So to overlay this over the existing one, you can see I got a little bit of a gap there. Not really worried about that as a gap. I'm gonna leave this, and I'll work out the best way to bridge that over or to fill it as I go.
Be right back.
I mean, I could just extend this down, but what I might end up doing in the long term is I might delete this poly loop and add thickness to one or both pieces. So because the topology itself is alright for right now, there's no sense in overthinking where to go next. I'll just add some supporting edges and apply dynamic. And I think I want to also like to get that there. That's pretty okay surface. I could probably make that a little more efficient by deleting some of these lines I don't need in there. I still want to keep some of the roundness, so think about that as I do it. Probably right about there. So that's alright. That's pretty straight. I don't like some of this underneath here that's happening, and that's because of the supporting lines. And really the easiest way to do that, so that's kind of bubbled out, so I delete that and mirror weld that. Mirror weld that. If I bring that in, I've kind of killed that. Didn't mean to do that, but think about that. Kind of killed that. Bring that up and bring that in. Not as much of a bubble there. I'll probably work on that just to make that smoother as a transition. I might even be able to do a little bit of that. Yeah, it's not quite. So one of the tricks I learned in Zero Mesher is when you use insert multi on these corners, if you're using just a single edge loop, it's going to create a triangle, and if I use multi, it's going to delete it around the corner, which means it's going to leave me with a quad, which is fantastic. I think that ultimately gets me what I want without having to have that bubble. I'll use some other tricks later to clean it up more, but that's kind of what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
So I'll go back onto the original piece, and if I get rid of that, you can see that's what I'm left with. And I gotta, make that transition, but it's much easier with this hard surface piece to do something like pulling this down into that gap than it is to think about the topology problems that create with this. And like I say, I can easily separate this later into two pieces and create that thickness, and then that bevel is much easier to approach. So I go back to this, I'm going to duplicate it again, and we just take it piece by piece. It's much easier to just get some of this and retopologize it. I think that's all that I need, so I'm going to delete hidden. Delete hidden. And I run a polish operation after I get rid of some of the edges because jaggy edges create bad results. What happens is Z-Remesher is looking at the edge flow of your mesh and it tries to match what you have as much as it possibly can, which it can't always. So by taking a moment to polish things, or like where we get this weird loop here, if I take a moment to try to straighten this out, I will get much better results and I have to do a lot less cleanup. Which is what we want. So run Z-Remesh, and you can see I get a pretty good result. I think they didn't really mention this, but I can definitely tell there's been some work done on the algorithm in the newest update. I'm going to delete single poly, delete that. One of the areas that are kind of pinched up like that, jumping on them and deleting the extra faces saves a lot of time. You can go back in and actually correctly bridge that geometry off later. And so I probably don't need that inside edge here, so right here I'm going to try to delete polyloop, and there we go. It's not quite working the way I want, so we'll just go back to single poly. That's a little more accurate. It just leaves me room to actually fix the poly flow if I need to later, which I probably will, but
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. So then I can go out and take a smoke.
See, this is the part that doing the hard surface stuff that used to always like turn me off from doing it. Was topology was like a real chore to figure out. And
Yeah, the topology.
now that I've created a workflow for it in ZBrush with Z-Remesher and Z-Modeler Brush, I don't have any hesitations about approaching the hard surface stuff the way I did before.
Yeah, it's making it easier for you to handle, actually.
Much easier, and frankly a lot more enjoyable. I mean,
Yeah.
you see how fast I just turned this piece into something very, very useful.
Mm.
So look at the best way to clean up some of these weird topology quirks.
Yo,
Yes.
Quantum?
Yes.
I have this one running in the background while we are watching the Picard TV. It's actually quite good. You just have to speak very clearly into the mouthpiece, sir.
I think what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, that's a little extreme, but I see it.
Extreme? It's dark.
It's too extreme too quickly.
No, it gets better.
There's no build up.
It's building a little down and going a little up and then falling a little down again.
But it starts too high.
Yeah, but that was because I sent it you from that time. You can just start it from the start. You know, you're just like women. You complain.
I'm just fucking with you, dude.
But I seriously need to figure out how I can handle this one here.
And I really don't like to listen to an hour's worth of music. I'd rather take some time at the end of every 4 minutes or some and just click on a different video or just hit loop. Or just, you know, click play on my fucking iTunes. Some nice jazz.
Nah, I'll cut the jazz. I'm not the
It's
jazz.
not really
one.
jazz. I mean, it's you gotta listen to it.
You're not into all that jazz?
No, not to the
Some
jazz.
jazz is good, some not at all. Actually, most not to me. Mm.
That's not terrible. Slowly it becomes efficient pieces that I can work with.
No, why did I send that through PubChat? So why didn't I send that through PubChat? I should have asked.
I don't know. Why did you
It's
send
there
that
now.
through PubChat?
That's no longer needed.
Slowly but surely. I don't know, I always find it the fun thing when you take something and you sculpt it out to kind of define what you think the shapes will be, and then you turn that into hard surface pieces, and you can add in all the fine bevels and things like that. Oh, it's gonna crash on me. Damn you, ZBrush! Damn you to hell!
Same project.
Did it crash?
It has crashed.
It does crash. Oh man, that sucks.
That's fine. It's saved. They're working on. I know that they're working on a fix to these crashes because I sent in about.
It seemed like it crashed as soon as it tried to.
It did. Yeah. Currently there is a problem with the quick save. If you click the wrong thing during the quick save, it crashes ZBrush. There's a couple other issues that are going on right now. I sent in 30 or so like bug reports. I don't know. Well, no, I guess it was. I guess it was like a couple of bug reports, but they were like really, really long paragraphs. We had a good exchange on things that were going on.
Huh?
And essentially, through that conversation, I learned of some things that were happening, like with quick saves. Well, that's not the current version.
You sure it's saved?
I'm sure it's saved. I just clicked on the wrong. It's because it's got other recovered things in there as well. This is the current version.
Yeah.
But through talking to support, they said they were having a bunch of problems with the quick saving and sometimes causing visual corruption. And through my testing, I determined that additionally, it seemed like the document itself was getting corrupted in some instances. So even if it wasn't crashing, it was causing other problems. And by loading a new document, it was solving that in a lot of cases. If it would let you save, sometimes it would just crash when you did that.
Yeah.
So that hopefully some of those conversations that I had with them, as well as I figured out some other stuff like the NVIDIA card that has like the NVIDIA experience or whatever. When
Mm.
that's active, when that's live, where the hell did this thumb drive come from? Anyway, when that's live, yeah, I got this random thumb drive, and I just noticed my webcam crashed too. But
I'm pretty sure your entire stream just crashed. Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
it just moved.
no,
But
no,
definitely, yeah, your webcam just crashed.
my webcam
definitely.
just went. It says
Yeah.
my device is no longer attached.
Ah,
I'm using an old cell
sucks.
phone, so sometimes the crappy USB connection disconnects. So yeah, that's anyway. The NVIDIA experience. So with the new ZBrush, it doesn't like overlays, especially multiple overlays. Even if they have nothing to do with ZBrush, they did something that they probably didn't know. So in all the testing they did in closed testing, it was all offline testing. They didn't have any problems. It's pretty stable, and I tested this when I use ZBrush offline without anything else going on. It's super stable. There's like no crashing. I can go all day, do stuff, no problems. As soon as I start running other stuff with it, including like Discord, OBS, it starts to have problems. And one of the things we found interacting with that, creating some of the instability, was NVIDIA's experience, which is like it's game capture in the background. It's capturing on the card everything you do, and you can at any time hit play or hit record, and it'll dump that into a video file for you. But that somehow is creating a problem that when you're using certain software with ZBrush creates really unstable environment, i.e. OBS. So we found if we disable that, it makes ZBrush a lot more stable. A couple other things you can do. I mean, I've got it as stable as I can. They've got some memory leaks that they got to work out now. And I have this random USB key that I have no idea where it came from, and I'm going to plug in now and find out.
It's like it's loaded with porn.
Could be. It's got a bunch of random images
dude.
on it.
What do you have on the wallpaper in your background? That's pretty neat.
That's my cat.
Holy crap! I'm not. Am I getting that error? I need to figure that one out.
Obviously, I'm not talking about your desktop wallpaper. I'm talking about the wallpaper you have on.
Oh, I remember what this USB drive is. It's got all the photos. My wife did a trip last year, and her dad took a shit ton of pictures and recorded some videos, and that's all the videos of that. I just completely forgot that this was on my desk. Alright, what the heck was I doing before I got derailed? Oh yes, topology crap. Topology!
Yeah, I should probably start streaming someday. I was just never very confident in my skill.
You know what? It doesn't matter what your skill is. People tune into live streaming because of personality. As you can see, there's all kinds of people in my stream, so that tells you. But it takes, even if you're not naturally good at it, like what I found, I mean, it's taken me a couple of years of just trying to get to the point where I can sit here and I can have a conversation and do stuff at the same time. It's just like I don't have that natural ability that or at least this feels like I don't have that natural ability that I've seen other people who do stream seem to just be able to just do.
Yeah. Right. I keep on wanting to send what's his name? The song I've been thinking of sending him, but I just keep forgetting to do it. Like right about to do it, I find another question to ask.
The song that never sends.
I'll send you my favorite band.
See, when I'm feeling more antisocial, I have a long playlist of music I like to play, but the problem is with all the anti-piracy crap that they use now, and it's fair, I totally understand that as an artist. I want people to get paid for their music. But,
Yeah, why do you think I want to go to you to make a deal than go to a manager?
yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, I can play music in the background, but I have no way of going or approaching anybody to license that to use on my streams. There's no way that I can do that. And so I get that. I don't want to monetize that music. I want to monetize my skill in a stream. But sometimes, you need music to make things less boring. Let's face it, that's why we have music in movies. Uh,
Yeah.
it just helps things, helps moods, help you get focused, whatever. But there's no good way for me to go and like monetize that, in a way that's accessible. If I were a person doing the managing of that thing, I would want to make things as accessible as possible. And the
Yeah.
intermediary for that is like streaming. I stream music over Spotify. Fantastic. Well, I would want to make sure that there was a commercial option. So if I wanted to commercially stream certain content over something like that, why wouldn't that be available? Right? It's just it seems like there would be a business model for that, but it's how it
Yeah, you're
goes.
right.
Do, 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 do.
Oh, by the way, in pub chat, I sent the my favorite band plus my favorite song from that band.
Les
Now, the
Friction.
beginning of that particular song is it's quite long, but as soon as it gets past the intro, oh my god, it's just so good. It has a long.
Hmm.
Well, I would love to play that, but I don't want my stream to get muted, so.
So what about using non-copyright music?
Well, here's the thing. I tried that, actually.
You did?
Because Twitch has a royalty-free playlist that you can use,
Yeah,
and
that was the
Spotify
one.
also has a royalty-free playlist that you can use. And so
Yep.
I used those royalty-free playlists on my streams, and they still muted them.
Yeah, I've experienced that myself, and that's like, what's happening here?
So I just said, you know what? Fuck this. Alright, so we need that ridge there.
Isn't there a way for you just to have like YouTube playing in the background without catching?
It doesn't matter, because what happens is they have so they have robots that troll for these now, and it makes sense because there's people post a lot of shit online that they shouldn't, but it doesn't have a way to differentiate from somebody doing something casually and somebody who's commercially hurting a business, right? It doesn't have a way to do that, so they just automatically flag and pull things, which is fair. I get that, but is also frustrating at the same time.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, just not having it be playing on the actual Twitch video.
Doesn't matter.
You
What
can
what it
use
is the AI is so smart now. It plays it and pulls the lyrics out of its algorithm and goes, "Hey, this is a song by so and so," and then it flags it automatically. Even if it was a cover, it'll still flag it now.
Yeah.
Which
There are so many things that need to be accepted now before you're allowed to post music on YouTube. It's so ridiculous.
not talking about posting with the actual music inside of it. I'm just like having you specifically listen to it without your chat listening or hearing it at all.
Yeah, that is possible. That is possible to do.
it is entirely possible for me to do that and not feed that audio in OBS. I can do that.
Yeah, that's the
Without
that's the
you
easy part.
getting muted.
But then there's me dancing on the camera, doing a little head shake. Hey, I got my music going. and you're like, what the fuck is that guy on?
Yeah.
What hanging in?
Which is fine. I mean, it's entertaining, but the point is, you would want to have something that.
I mean, how often do you actually headbang song?
What do you mean?
Actually, quite often.
There's a you people don't headbang all the time.
Hmm. Depends on the music.
Man, read topology seems really simple in this.
It's all on how you approach it, right? And keep in mind, this works really well for like hard surface stuff. It's a little more challenging for organic things because,
of course,
just the nature of them and how you need to work the topology around in loops and things. You can get a good starting point with Zero Mesher, but they still haven't figured out how to make it not do like really severe spiraling fairly well. So there's workarounds for that partially, but the thing is, you could think that you've got a really good zero mesh going sometimes, and then you go to start editing it, and you find out that it's one big spiral, and that spiral is like half of the mesh, and there's really no fixing that. Then you've got to start over, and that's very frustrating. We'll get there, I'm sure, but it's just one of those things, right? Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might actually still have OBS on my system.
I still use it, but it's more for private recordings for what we're doing with the game and all that, so we have it for further reference.
I tried to record a video with OBS, but for some odd reason, it didn't include my audio, even though I told it to include my audio. And where from?
Just out of curiosity, did you have Skype activated at that time? I know we're talking Macintosh, but still.
Maybe. Yeah.
Because if that's the case, if that's the case, then you might have experienced the same thing as we experience in Windows. That is that the microphone volume and the headphone volume is being controlled by Skype, and is being turned down all the way because Skype is adjusting it with their own system. I think that could be the problem, but I'm not certain. But it does sound like one of those I've experienced before.
Damn you, Skype. I just don't even use it anymore.
Me neither.
I used to use it a lot too. It was like one of my go-to apps, but that was pre-Microsoft, where they just basically killed it.
Screw it. So harm. Wait, where's my stand? I was gonna stream too.
But I have to say, Restream is actually making it quite acceptable when you compare to that you can, stream more to one place, more than one place.
Yeah, it's a pretty awesome system. I'm not gonna lie.
Be right back.
Well, that one you fixed right there. How are you gonna fix that one to make that a square?
Just like this. Oops.
Ah.
See that?
Yeah, I saw it. That's cheating.
That's not cheating.
That's cheating.
That's me taking a different approach to the edge flow, right?
Yeah, I know. We can't do that in Blender. At least I don't know if we can do that in Blender, but if we can, I would like to see how, because I need to do that manually. I need to cut it open, build a new vertex, and add it in,
I'm trying to simplify this as much as possible because I am going to create poly loops or polygroups so that I can smooth this and create an efficient shape. So right now it's not that efficient, right? So I want to make that. So I think I've gotten rid of. Oh, this is another one that happens sometimes. ZBrush. All it did there was it created 4 for some reason. When I deleted it, it's a common algorithm problem that ZBrush has right now. So just deleting that, knowing that it's going to be 4 faces or 3 faces depending on how it looks. I did this on the other side there. That must have been when that happened. So I'm going to bridge that back in there, and then insert multi-edge loops, delete, and now I got a square back in that corner. Something does not loop in the way I expect. You see that?
Yeah.
So where am I getting that overlap? Right, because that should overlap just fine. It should be a square there and a square there. So single edge loop, that should be fine. Bridge and bridge, right? Fine so far, but we're not, because I'm going to fix this the alternate way. I'm going to stitch this. Gotta know alternate ways. So that is still okay. And I'll move that into 3D space. So that's a specific corner now. And I'm going to do the same thing over here since this seems to be a problem. And that's now a contiguous corner. And if I insert that loop, you can see that I've now got a contiguous line. Now for the poly grouping. I'm going to start actually by poly loop. Single poly groups. So I know that I want that to be one continuous shape there, that to be one continuous shape there, this to be one continuous shape here. I think I'm going to make that its own. And what I'll do is I'll run a polish to see if anything deformed in an unexpected way.
Yeah.
Which it did not. So the great thing is, so I've got the shape now, and I've got a sharp version of that shape. So I'm going to hide. I don't need this jaggy version here to be visible anymore. Other than as an example, okay, it's a little more rounded, so that comes out there. So if I hit transparency, I can kind of look at, okay, I've really changed the bevel of that shape, so I'll have to get that back in one way or another. Maybe. We are going to apply dynamic subdivision, so I don't have to go too crazy with that. The whole point is to create, you know, nice versions of these sculpted pieces, right? So moving these around now, not a big deal, because if I solo this again, you can see I've got this very sharp piece, and if I polish it, because I've got these poly groups, that means I can make these edits on here, and I'll still retain that really hard shape, which is what I want.
Yeah.
And if I just apply dynamic right now, it's not going to be too far removed from that shape. And I'm going to hide that other overlay shape so I can turn off transparency, and I'm going to use some hard surface pieces now to sharpen this up in a very efficient way. So one of the main things that I learned a while ago when I was doing these kind of changes to the model is not to get too caught up in how these connect back together, because as I make more pieces, I'll go back through and the shape of both of these is going to change a little bit, which is alright.
No.
So I know that shape is going to be adjusted, and that's alright, because the end goal is to have it look more hard surface, right? To be proper hard surface pieces. And if I wanted this to be beveled or joined in a certain way, I would create a separate shape to put in there, rather than trying to worry about bridging that and creating some really bizarre geometry. That wouldn't be a good way to do it. And you can see right there, I kind of need a little bit of that overlap for how this piece was, because this ear thing here was originally created for that other mech, so I think I'm gonna leave that curved up like that. I like this curving down, so it's easier for me to then go back in and decide which one's gonna get adjusted and moved, right?
Yeah.
And just creating those two pieces, at least from the front view, pretty much restores the head itself as a
Yeah, I
whole
see what you're
thing.
getting at. You should save that one.
Oh no, I'm gonna wait till it crashes, thanks. That's how I operate. I wait till ZBrush crashes, then I rage for a couple hours, and then I quit life. Oh, I hear my wife. Hey wife.
Wife, hey wife.
I'm gonna mute you guys.
Yeah.
Mute me.
Quantum, you ain't saying anything. Ah. So, Quantum, you're still here?
Yes, I'm still here. I just couldn't reply to you because I was downstairs
Ah, no problem, no problem.
looking for my camera stand, which has magically went up and disappeared. I don't know where it could. Huh. This big freaking thing. How the? Be right back. I'll still be able to hear you though. How long are you gonna stay on, actually?
Me?
Yeah.
Depends on how long I want to.
All right. Try to see if you can't get any more people to join us.
Yeah, I am trying, Holmes. I am trying, but seriously, you don't write in the lounge and hey, peeps, how are you doing? You know, you're not trying to be, you know, hello, how are we doing? You know, actually you are, but that's when you are in the voice channel.
Okay, I didn't realize I muted myself
No
for some other
problem.
reason.
No problem.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people didn't even sit on their shit and just send them saying, "Hey, would you like to talk in the pub?"
You're not
in
any
the
good at Python, right?
3DCA. I don't know anybody who's good in Python.
I'm trying to.
I got a guy who's working in Unity. He's good with Python.
Uh,
And he's also making a game, actually.
yeah.
A team deathmatch type of game. Because he's doing another low poly type thing, but more stylized.
Yeah.
All right, be right back.
Yeah. Okay, dokie.
Boogity boogity woogie.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna do that. You just made me
found
shit
it.
myself. Nah, okay. You found it.
I found it. Now I need to figure out how to chat again. Well, the video. And I have to clear off the spot. I'm a bit of a pig in my work area. But, hey, did you ever check out that song that's in the pub chat? The latest one, anyways?
What did you put in the puck jet?
My favorite band and song from that band. At least for the current moment.
This video is not available.
What? Least faction? Longer
Nope.
than words?
This video is not available.
Huh. No, that's odd. I'll try to send you a different link.
No worries, I'm used to not getting anything.
Yeah, a lot of things are banned in your country.
Oh yeah, everything's banned. But we do it anyway. No, it's not, but as things are right now, we're like, it's okay, but it could be better, right? And it's more like, it feels like the big companies are trying to squeeze the small ones, you know?
Small ones of what?
You squeeze them out of business.
Hmm.
And it's typical.
Hello.
Hello, what's up?
Terrible things.
No, is he back?
I'm not back, no.
You're not back? Okay, fair enough.
You know, it's funny. You muted yourself so we can't hear Twitch, but everybody else could hear us through the Twitch.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
Why shouldn't
I only muted my mic so that, you know, I can have a conversation with my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I actually tried a different approach right now with that damn problem I have with the Python. I actually contacted the Discord group and then I asked for help in there.
Oh, that's good you did that. I mean, not being a programmer myself, I've heard that Python is very friendly to learn.
Yeah, I'll be streaming shortly. I'm just clearing off the spot so I can actually put my camera.
You're clearing off cans, is what I'm hearing?
Yeah, pop cans. I'm a bit of a pig
You are?
when it comes to this stuff.
Only a
I
bit?
don't like to clean up after myself.
Only a bit?
Just a bit. Only when it
Hey,
comes to pop cans. Really.
Seriously, it's actually a really good thing to hear that on Twitch because maybe it could encourage other people to, you know, try not doing the same thing and not sound ridiculous, but actually, you know, start cleaning their messes up, you know, make it look good, invite some home,
So I'm not
invite home
starting
some
a public
people.
message.
Okay.
I'm going to take a different approach to this next part. So one of the things when you're doing topology in like ZBrush, for example, is you got to think about the best way to make a form or the type of form that you're looking for.
I didn't, yeah, but it's because I just got an answer back to him and I'm like,
Okay, maybe that'll be enough.
Fail.
Now, where's the stand? There it is. How funny would it stand again? It's like, I don't know, it's around here somewhere. Okay, now the camera. Alrighty then. Camera set up. I think
You think?
we can manage to turn it. There we go. Where's that code? Oh, that's not it. I don't know. I was like, I barely have the cord that I require to use this camera for.
I actually just talked with, sorry for interrupting, with BitBlocks. He might be joining us later.
Oh?
Yeah.
That's neat. Oh, here's a card I could use.
I'm trying to keep up what's happening all over and still have my eyes on the gate, and it's not always easy.
Oh, don't worry about the gate. It'll please itself. It's fine.
Yeah, but I still want to try to do the best I can to help out, you know?
Okay, remote shooting. And... Alright. So it needs to be aimed higher. Alright. Now OBS, where are you? There you are.
OBS. I need your help.
How did I get this to...
How and what now?
I'm just finicking with this. Man. Not entirely sure how to get this to just record my face.
To get your camera just to record your face?
Just a moment.
I think the trick is not to point it at places you don't want it to record. That might be the most sensible.
Nope, that's not what I wanted.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Enter password.
That's not what
forget your username and password? Hello, electrical skateboard.
Oh, it's me you were talking with, or?
I was asking Quantum. Oh,
Uh.
I sense
What?
a crash.
Sorry, what?
Oh, I didn't crash on me. I said, did you forget your password, Quantum?
No, I didn't forget my password. I'm already logged in. That was him talking.
Uh-oh. We got the dreaded document corruption occurring.
Oh, that sucks.
Step 1. I must save my project right now. C stream. C Gundam. Update. Yes, it turned in from a little small update into basically I've redone the whole thing now. Step 2. We're gonna say new document. No, I would not like to save the changes because it's gonna crash on me, isn't it? I thought so. That's why I saved it before I changed it. I still have to change the document, but very likely now I'll be able to actually do a new document when I load it up again, and I will no longer have any problems for a while. Alright. I should just make this picture of Walter curled up with me available as a Patreon reward. Let's start a Patreon page. Just get all the cute pictures of my cats as like rewards for people. Yeah, nothing tangible, just cat pictures. Document, new document. Now that I have a new document, notice no crash this time. I will save it again. And ideally, I will be able to do things like snapshot this guy down like so, or like so, or like so. And they shouldn't corrupt on me now, ideally. And I need to hide this sword so I can get the 360 on his head. Oh, come on. It does exactly what I want it to do. Or, no, we're gonna use 2 shapes for that.
Well, that was joining the Python group that actually helped. Now I just need to figure out how to start
Maybe if I transfer this back.
Trying to fill a void that doesn't fill. Nope, does not. The nice thing about simplifying a geometry when you go to make broad changes later on, you're not sitting there trying to figure out how you uncomplicate it.
No!
What happened?
Damn it!
What happened?
Why do they have to put the X button so close to the fucking start
Damn it!
streaming?
I thought it was Larvantholos that was going haywire here, and then it's just you, and I'm sitting here totally happy. You actually
Oh,
got
thank goodness it's saved my settings. Oh man.
I got it up and running with the bot system on thanks to the guys from Python.
Nice.
It's been taking me about 2 months to figure out, and he nailed it down under 10 minutes.
Huh.
Seriously, I so much like it, but now I can actually start showing something that's actually important for us, and I think you as a 3D artist, that's also important to know when it comes to that, Larvantholos. I got this here up and running on our bot system now. I just need to adjust it, but it's working.
That is awesome, dude.
So each time somebody does a change in the game, everybody from the team gets notified in a special channel. And they get notified from that system there, because that's the server that's running it. And it's showing who has been in there and what, and also just a little description of what's been updating. But seeing that only for the team, that should lighten up a little bit and also make people see some more that's actually something is happening. It's a bit like the same thing. What's his name? Kwashu. He's doing on this Discord here, right? With us, it's just not getting people. You know, the team in there are using it, nothing else. But it's really helpful. I've been trying to make.
Oh, my Discord is like pinging super slow again.
Again?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, I think what's happening is somebody's pushing a button because they're assholes on our monopoly that provides us telecom services. That's what I think.
Yeah, you have mentioned that before.
How do I connect my OBS to my stream again?
To a live stream?
Yeah.
You do that through Twitch or Restream or whatever. Which one are we talking about? YouTube? Twitch? Okay. On Twitch, you should have a passkey phrase that should match the same
Where do I
information
go
you have.
to do that?
So, to add that into there, if you go under your settings, so where I guess the question is, do you know where to enter it in OBS, or you need to find it on Twitch?
Oh, I know where the stream key is in OBS, but where do I put it in for Twitch?
Okay, you get the stream key from Twitch to put into OBS.
Okay.
So in order to do that, you go to Twitch and you log in. Then I'm gonna bring it up on mine so I can give you the exact thing. So if I go to Twitch and I log in, then I go to my dashboard. On the side, let's see now. Just looking for it on here. It's been a while since I actually had to find this.
Am I better off YouTubing it?
You might be. They changed a bunch of stuff not too long ago.
They did, didn't they?
Yeah.
No, it's not Twitch Prime.
Because it should
That
be
would
under.
stupid.
It should be under your stupid dashboard, but I don't see it here. Settings under channel. Oh yeah, there you go. So you go to your dashboard. On the left-hand side, you get all that stuff on there. At the bottom,
Yep.
it says settings and then channel. And if you click on channel, it's going to show stream key right away. You just click on the stream key link, and then click stream
Well,
key.
where the hell's the stream key?
So first things first, go to your dashboard.
Channel and videos. I see that.
No, go to your dashboard.
I went to settings, like you said,
So
and then I went
no.
to
Go to your
channel.
dashboard, and then it says on the left-hand side you got dashboard, analytics,
Oh, there's
videos,
an actual literal
settings.
thing called dashboard. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So you just click your name and you click dashboard.
That's so stupid.
It's important. It's
It's
important.
loading my dashboard now.
Yeah.
It's taking a while.
Once you're at your dashboard,
Okay.
on the left-hand side, it's going to have a menu options and it's going to have sections. So the top section is dashboard, the next section is analytics, the next section is video, and the bottom section is settings. So you're going
What
to
the
pick
hell? Why is it taking so long?
because your internet is slow.
No. It's the loading is ridiculous. It's like wanting to close out. It's loading so slow.
That's a little bit low. Slow.
Like non-responsive.
Yeah.
Whoa. That's weird. Let's try that again. There we go. That was weird.
All right.
Okay, now that I'm here.
You see the channel bar now on the left-hand side, or the right under the Twitch logo? It's gonna have a whole bunch of stuff.
Seen a lot of information.
Yeah, there's a ton of it, but you're just gonna look for on the left-hand side under Settings section. You're gonna click Channel.
So what's the time over the what's the time over at your place, Quantum?
7:37
in the
yeah.
morning, in the evening?
p.m. Yeah.
9:37 p.m.
Did you bring up that rate and spray it?
It's almost 5:30. It's a little bit past 5:30 here in the morning, a.m.
Oh yeah.
No problem.
And just like that, Discord gets crappy again. Da da da. I'll just go back to making in silence.
Did he
Hello,
leave?
Bitbox.
No, somebody come and joined us. Hey, that's Bitflots. Hey,
Oh,
what's up?
hey.
Just so you know, we are live streaming down here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I see where you're talking. I don't see any setting.
Okay, you see
No,
that whole?
okay, I see settings.
So you click
I
channel.
see channel, permissions, and moderation.
All right, click channel. It's gonna load up
Alright.
a new page, and on the top of that page, it's gonna say Stream Key Preferences.
Yep.
As you click the
I see
Stream
Stream
Key
Key.
link just below that, it's gonna say Show Key. And you click the Show Key, and then you got your key. Yeah.
Okay, settings. Fuck, where did I go? Stream.
Yeah, sorry for not saying so much right now, Beatblocks, but I'm like, I just had a really good thing got up and running, so I'm like, I'm happy. I'm totally happy.
Awesome.
yeah,
That's
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Breakthroughs are good.
Yeah, it is. Especially when it's something people are asking for, like when can we see something happening there? And when they actually just can see then the dates are changing all the time and something is actually happening, then it's a good thing.
Cool. Yeah, it's definitely awesome when things actually work.
Oh yeah, it is. And
Okay,
one
I'm
thing,
live.
Excellent. Now that you're live,
and,
where are you live?
and Larvantholos, he's trying to explain to Quantum how to set up his stream so he could start live streaming.
Whoa. I just rotated this 180, but I had symmetry on.
I ain't gonna live stream until I get my new graphic card. Or actually, I was thinking about buying 2 of them. Yeah, but seriously, one thing we do need when we are working with graphics, that's a strong graphic card.
That's definitely true. I mean, before I got mine, like render times were, oh man.
Mm-hmm. I even have a friend of mine. He has a graphic card beside his, you know, just laying beside him at the laptop that he's using for rendering,
Yeah.
and then a power supply plugged into it, and then some USB cables over to the laptop, but it works.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely really cool.
Okay. Now, how do I? Okay, I'm just gonna mute this. Now, how do I get you guys to be included? Right, I need to Google that. OBS and Discord, right?
Yeah.
How do
What
we
you
get
actually
us
could-
included? You don't need to include us. We're nobodies.
It's more like what Quantum is trying to achieve here, I think, is actually all the fun we're doing while we're streaming. You know, saying fun things to each other, having a laugh, and then suddenly people just get public. Because, yeah. You know what? You know what is a cool thing right now? I'm actually looking at a sun, not sunset, but you know, the sun rising. And it's really, you know, looking over the sky and see how it is, the way the colors are combined, it's such a great color. And it's
Yeah.
actually very hard to achieve sometimes. What I've seen when people are trying to do it.
Well, I know if you're trying to like paint the sunsets, it's quite a challenging thing. It's a lot of freaking work.
Oh my gosh. Why is it showing? That is so weird. It's showing like Fortnite in the background under the Discord thing.
Yeah, but that's because you are having Fortnite open in your launcher. If you don't, then it's because you have activated in the Discord settings.
I'll be right
And
back,
then you
guys.
have to. Yeah, see ya.
Did we lose somebody?
Yeah, he just said he was going to be right back. Jesus Christ. So much water I drink, it's so ridiculous.
Okay, once you finish configure
Yep.
RL width height into your what? Copy. So now anything you guys talk about will appear, I think. Let me
Apparently.
just test that. Start streaming again.
Nope. That's not a good thing this year. Let's try this year. That's better. Yeah, that was spelled correctly. Okay, execute a program within a shell script. So, if you want to execute this program here, you have to do this, 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 and this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I should have heard you by now.
Okay, so this here should actually work if I'm doing this correctly. So, I need to copy this. Yeah, and then we do nano.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, you're back?
I am back for the moment.
No, okay, fair enough, fair enough.
I'm getting hungry though.
No, you're not. You're
Yes,
not
I
getting
am.
hungry. Hey, no. You give me 10 push-ups right here, right now, sir. If not, then I'll do it.
You're welcome to your push-ups, sir. You could do your push-ups.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
I think that's a deal. I'm gonna go eat. You're gonna do push-ups. It's a win.
Yeah, I'm doing 10 push-ups, okay? Seriously, so much when I'm seriously when I'm sitting so much at home and working, right? I'm not getting out a lot.
Yeah.
So I need to work out. I need to keep the body in shape, you know.
Yeah, you do. It breaks down and it's no good. You know, I've been pretty beat up just as a result of getting behind on that. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. So I need to. Okay, nano.
I am gonna run away though.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
No, you're not.
I'll come back another day.
Another day, so you're killing the stream?
I am. Well, I'm killing my stream. Quantum is streaming, so you know you could go see. What
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
up
but
to.
I'm boring.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just making a mech. Come on, you know. It's not even that detailed of a mech. It's just a little mech.
Oh, it looks good.
Yeah, it actually does. 6.
It needs a lot more work. I gotta find a way to stash all the missiles and, you know.
So this here should actually be working.
I put rockets in her thighs or something, then it'll be good. Anyway, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go now. So thank you for
See
hanging
ya.
out, guys.
Alright.
Bye.
Both the folks on Twitch and you guys over on 3DCA. Thanks.
Yeah, see ya.